All right, we're rolling on sound. We're rolling on vision. And we're sitting down. Hello. Welcome to the first ever Fledge Cast or Fledge podcast. The Fledge, it can't be the Fledge show because we have the Fledge show already. That's all pointless. This is why I want to do this. I want to figure out this platform and create an ongoing medium for me to just play in. Really? That's what I want to do. So welcome to the first ever Fledge Show podcast. Yeah, the Fledge podcast. I don't know. It'll be in the title of this video and podcast and etc. and all the things. It'll be very obvious what the title is once I decide what the title is. But what I'm going to do right now, set a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay. Added.
All right. Let's hope that works. Why am I doing this? Well, I love making stuff. I love making music. I love making silly little videos. I love helping other people make music. I love throwing parties. I love just making stuff, drawing, writing, anything. I love getting a rock and scratching a little picture onto the concrete before it gets washed away by the rain. I want to make stuff all the time. So this is me doing that. I'm just making this. This is going to be really awkward and clunky and unedited because I want to push myself into another area that makes me uncomfortable. And this is that. This episode is going to be split in two halves. It's going to be pre-run and post-run because today I have to run at least 10 kilometers for some reason and do a bunch of other stuff. And I think I know I'm going to record this part of the podcast, stop it at 15 minutes, go and do all the things I need to do, which isn't that many things, but the run is the big thing. And then come back and see how I feel after I've done all the things and if it's any different. So what should we talk about? Well, I kind of want to tell you about a party that happened last weekend. So Fledge threw our first ever party on the 26th of July, Jack's birthday. Happy birthday, Jack, again. And it went pretty well. It was good. It was to celebrate the release of June's first ever track, which is just so exciting. And it went well, but I learnt a lot. I learnt a lot about myself as a performer, myself as all the rest of the things, you know, that was gross. What am I other than a performer? Event organizer, you know, a promoter, I suppose. I learned about all these things and how I can make it better for next time. But specifically about me as a performer, last Friday night, a week ago today, I did the worst performance I have ever done in my entire life. And that is saying something because one time, actually multiple times, before going on stage in high school, Brad and I would be learning the songs that we were supposed to have learned for weeks. We'd be learning them side stage just before going on. And I feel like I put in less effort to my performance for last Friday. So that sucked, but it was a really good reality check because all my life I've been able to do things last minute. and it kind of works out. But this was a big smack in the face to be like, oh, actually, no, that didn't work. That wasn't, it doesn't matter how many people politely said they enjoyed it. I know that it was no good. But that is but one aspect of that fantastic night. Nagomi played and she just did so well. She's so good. She saved my set from the gutter as well by getting up and playing the saxophone. So thanks, Nagomi. And then June got up and DJ'd after we had some tunes from DJ Funk McRump filling in between. He doesn't want much of the spotlight, so I'm not going to say his name again. But June got up and DJ'd and performed and ran around and was a silly goose, and it was really cool. As much as I was in this like insane work mode and then shame about my performance mode, it was great to see June do that. And on a personal note, I've been working with June on music for like 6, 7, 8 years or something. We've been making things together that may never see the light of day. And it was just really special to facilitate this space and environment where she could make something after all these years that she finally felt ready to share with you. And that was really special. And that's the thing in the week since the party, that's what I've wanted to focus on the most, is that space that we created. This whole setup was with us on stage. We had the couch and the piano and the mixing desk, and everything was all self-contained. We did it all ourselves, with a big thanks to Abbott's Yard for having us there and trusting me with their venue. We did it all. And it was really fun and a really good test. And we want to do more. We will do more. And I think that's part of why I'm starting this right now, is because I can see a wave coming through. I can see a transition happening from all of the years that I've spent working in events and learning how to do these things, and all of the years that I've been making music and learning how to make videos and gathering all this information from all these different spaces and meeting all these people with different skills and different desires and what they want to do creatively. I feel right now, more than ever in my life, it's all coming together. And this feels like a beginning of that career and that life. And I don't know what it will be, but this that we're starting right now will be what captures it. I don't know what this show will become, but I need to start it because I've wanted to do this for so long and I've just been so scared. But the performance I did last Friday, I wasn't scared about it, and I did it and it was really bad and I felt shit. So there's no way that talking into this while looking at you is gonna be worse. There's no and then posting this and like, there's no way it could be worse than what it felt like to sit on that stage a week ago, because that was fucked. Anyway, since the party, we've already got some leads. So I'm speaking to someone about setting up an art show, which will be so cool. We've gone from a DJ live music extravaganza to an art show. And then in the meantime, June is in talks with someone else about doing another kind of show. So just from that one event that we hobbled together, we have 2 leads already. And there's other things happening in the background that there's no point referencing just yet. But it's very exciting. I can't wait to see what happens with this space. And I think another reason why I'm starting it here is because this physical space is only something that I've just set up really recently. And it's going to all be packed up and moved because June and I are about to create a powerhouse of creativity, literal powerhouse. There will be a house and there will be power, and I will plug all of this shit into the power so that we can make stuff all the time. And you're a part of that. If you're watching this, you're obviously a part of that, and it's very exciting. So that's why I wanted to start this here, because this space feels good, and I want to bring people into this space. And you're first. You're first. You're the first person to come into this space. That was like 2.5 shit accents in one sentence. I'm going to enjoy this. I think you will too. I think I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow. Yeah. So I might do a bit of recording there and tell you about that. Or maybe I won't. Maybe tomorrow will be about just setting some stuff up, and then I'll record a show there another time. But yeah, I might be getting a tattoo tomorrow. I don't really know what I want to get. I have lots of ideas that I've had in my brain, like some of my drawings and some things that I just love that I've always wanted. But I'm just going to go there and sit down and talk things out and see what happens. Yeah. Should I cut to an ad? Maybe I should. All right. This episode of the Fledge podcast. Yeah, the Fledge podcast. The Fledge cast. I think the Fledge cast. This episode of the Fledge cast was brought to you by me. And I'm going to tell you about some stuff that's happening this weekend as an ad. What's happening this weekend? I'm going to a games night tonight. You can't come. You can't. I'm sorry. But tomorrow night, the 3rd of August, 2024. What the fuck? Golden Hour are doing a launch party. So we had a party last weekend, and we've got a party this weekend. Everyone's releasing music. Everyone's amazing. It's so fun. This is the best ever moment in time in the whole world, and there is nothing wrong at all. So Golden Hour playing tomorrow night at Shot Kickers. I'm pretty sure. I should double check that quickly. I'm pretty sure they're playing at Shot Kickers, and they're celebrating the release of their brand new single Chrysalis, which is actually out right now. You can listen to it. Let's find it. What am I doing? I'm also going on to here to find out Golden Hour's Instagram page and just yeah, it's a Shot Kickers. I thought so. See, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Don't stress. So it's a Shot Kickers tomorrow. There's really cool support acts. It's going to be a great show. I'm pretty sure the song's already been played on the radio, which is really cool. There's just this whole community aspect of music in Melbourne and around the world is really what I want to be a part of. I want to create this space, and it's just been happening for years, and I've not given enough attention and love to it and appreciation. And so that's what this is. I just want to hype people up, make them feel good about what they're doing, and give them a space to be able to tell other people about it. And let's all just do that together. That's all I've ever wanted to do, I think. I don't know. Check in this time next year on the 2nd of August, 2025. Also, I'm fucking 27, man. This is it. Like, if nothing fucking happens now, it's not going to happen. That's not true. I don't believe that at all. But there's a part of me that is like, oh, what if... But this is the end. This is the last chance, you know. Everyone else has done everything, but you've just been. Oh, maybe I play guitar and sing songs. Oh, maybe I make comedy videos. Oh, maybe I run a record label. I don't know what to do. Like, so this is me just adding another thing to the fucking pile of shit that I'm gonna do and make. Yeah. Is this fun? Are you having fun? I'm having fun. And you know what? That's all. The end. Sorry for the schniff. Boom! Chrysalis on Spotify. So this is very exciting. I'm going to use this song to transition out. The fucking timer didn't go off, by the way. Or maybe it's not ready to go off yet. But I believe we've reached the halfway point of this episode of the Fledge Cast, which is crazy how quickly 15 minutes just goes by. But I'm going to go now. You're going to wait there. I'm going to go for a run. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do some yoga. Probably have some food. I'm going to bath Charlie. I'm going to have a shower. And then I'm going to come back and finish this episode. We're going to wrap it up. And everything will be different. The whole world will be forever changed because of what we're doing together. I think I need to blow my nose. Yeah. All right. Also, before I do that, I'm not editing this as well, by the way. That's one of the biggest things. The only edit will be when I cut from now to later. Oh, the timer just stopped on the computer here. So that's it. When we get back from the break, I will tell you all about the anticlimactic finish to last week's party. And how it fucking destroyed me. Alright, I'll be back. Hi. We're back. Thanks for still tuning in. We are recording. Just had to double check. That's exceptionally hot. Oh my gosh. Very unprofessional of me to be drinking a coffee live on the podcast. This is the first episode. I'm not going to put you off straight away. Or not intentionally going to anyway. How far did I run? Well, let's have a look. And then I'll tell you about what I was going to tell you about. Because for you, it's only been a few seconds. But for me, it's been a few hours. And I've had some time to think about stuff. I need to set a timer. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay. Added.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Let's have a look, shall we? I haven't really been tracking runs lately. I've just been running. But with this one, I wanted to do 10. So I did 10. And I did it in 1 hour and 4 minutes. Average pace of 6 minutes 25 per kilometer. For the first 5Ks, I just ran away from here in a straight line and then turned around, came back, did a couple laps around the creek, and it was really nice. But at the end of the 8th kilometer, I started to blister right here on the inside inner arch of my foot. Hope that didn't go in there. And I made the really smart decision to take my shoes off because I wanted to just feel the earth. And so I ran a kilometer with my shoes off. And then that was much slower. It was a minute slower. So I put my shoes back on. And that was extra painful because I'd taken them off and having to put them back on was no good. But that's okay. So my story about last Friday night, about the reveal of this song, which was the whole reason we were there, was that I've worked in events for a long time, right? Not a long time. Relative to my life, it's a long time though. But we had a hard cut at 10 p.m. That was the way it had to be, unfortunately. Not unfortunately necessarily, but that's just the way it is. When you're doing outdoor entertainment, you got to make the neighbors happy. There's many reasons. I'm not going to bore you with it. But we had to harsh cut at 10 p.m. and June had set up this song. You can't hear it as well as I can. It doesn't matter. And I was standing there ready to do the cut, and the song was looping instead of playing all the way through. And there was nothing I could do in that moment but just make eye contact with June as I turned the volume down and ruined everyone's night. So not only did I play like shit because of lack of preparation, I also killed the vibe. I'm the vibe killer. Hello, my name is Nathan Barry and I'm the vibe killer. I throw parties, but I make sure to ruin them right at the very end. But anyway, as expected, everyone was a little bit annoyed, but the only real person the only opinion I cared about in that moment was June, and she thought it was pretty funny. And we've worked together in events for a long time, so she knows, she gets it, and that was really all that mattered. But it was just so funny. Not good funny either. It was bad funny for me. And it just put the cherry on the top of a kind of rough night, but one that, like I said before, was full of learning. Really, I learned so much that is just going to benefit parties and events going forward. Yeah, it's unbelievable. You got no idea what's coming, really, and neither do I. Yeah, it's going to be fun. What else? How should I... Like I said earlier, Gold Now, Chrysalis. It's released today. They're throwing a party tomorrow night at Shot Kickers. I'll be there. I'll be around. Bring some friends. Come say hi. Charlie won't be there at this one, unfortunately. But that's okay. When I throw the party, Charlie will be there. When I'm attending, he'll be there sometimes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's really the main thing. I just wanted to start this journey. As I was running around before, I realized that this show that we're creating right now, that we're starting, whatever it becomes, it will be a time capsule. Because this set that we're in now will change and be moved very soon. We're gonna be changing to a new location. We're gonna be throwing different events and parties, and we're gonna be talking to lots of people and learning what they do. And we've tried iterations of this in the past. Been working out ways to bring all of my creative energies and those of other people that I like into a space that benefits everybody and is enjoyable for you. I don't know if this has been enjoyable for you, but for me, it'll be a nice thing to look back on and be like, okay, that was the day. That was the day that it started on the 2nd of August, 2024, was when it all began. And we can look back on this moment really fondly. As a reaction to a learning of at a gig where I have reconsidered what I want to do with all this stuff. Maybe I'll never perform again. I probably will, but maybe I won't. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. But what I will do is this. Over and over and over again. We'll find people to talk to. I've got people to talk to. I've got so many interviews lined up. Oh my gosh. I got to get to editing. And by that I mean I got to just keep editing because I've been flat out doing it. There's just so many things. It's so exciting. There's so many things to do. It's hard to lock in on one and just go. So I think that's the another reason why this is going to be beneficial for me anyway, and then as a secondary thing for you, because this will be the hub where everything gets funneled through. You know? I don't know if none of this may make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. And at the end of the day, that's why I make stuff, is because if I don't let it out, then I hold it in and eat bad food and be sad. So I have to let it out. And this is good. This is a good way to do that, I feel. Anyway, something just popped into my head that I wanted to say and talk about, but I can't remember what it was. That's really handy. I wonder if I'll get any better at this as well. Also, I wonder how I'll carry the energy by myself versus with someone else, because I love talking to people, and more than that, I love listening. I love listening to people's stories and picking their brain about what they're into and what they believe and think and feel. So that's what I want to do, is listen. So come and talk to me. Or not, I don't fucking care. Whatever. You got anything to add? Song of the week. Probably Lithonia by Childish Gambino. I just learnt it on the piano before because I've been teaching myself. And it's such a good song. What an album. I can't wait to see the movie. What is it? Bando, Stone and the New World? I think that's the title. I may be wrong. I'm not going to check. But oh my God. What is complete goals? It's awesome. It's a great song. You've probably heard it already. It's not like I'm revealing some underground artist that you've never heard of. It's one of the biggest hip-hop stars of our lifetime releasing their last album. So you're probably aware of it, but that's what I've been rinsing this week. I imagine that will change because it always changes. Actually, I've got a question for you, because this might be something that I ask lots of people as we do this more and more. Do you listen to albums all the way through, or you're a playlist person? Because I feel I'm both sometimes, but I will listen to albums all the way through. That is where my love for music started and is still. But I wonder if that is dying out, or if people care about albums or anything long form, you know. Though a couple of my favorite YouTubers that I've been watching lately, they both went from a 20 to like 35-minute format that they repeat for all their videos. The three main YouTubers I like all posted videos that are like an hour long. So maybe we're going back into an age where we can appreciate more long form stuff, and films have a greater appreciation and don't have to be, rushed. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. But I love albums. I love movies. And I love long ass YouTube videos, you know? That's the thing I've been struggling with so much in this world of... See, that's why I shouldn't drink. I'm burping now. Sorry. That's what I've been struggling with in this world of creativity, because I love making stuff. I want to make stuff all the time, but fitting it into the template that now exists on the internet has been tough, because I don't care. You know? I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I don't want to do stuff because it's going to work, or I just want to do stuff and not give a fuck about whether it's going to work or not. And I think that's where the best stuff I make comes from, is when I just don't fucking care about what anyone thinks about it, you know? So I hope you can feel the same, and I hope we can work on that together and create this new world, a whole new world. And we can just bask in it and it will be beautiful. It is beautiful. I've just got June's song on repeat. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, I decided to go really low key with this setup. Because I just want to do this. This is so pointless and paradoxical and meta, if you will. I'm just talking about the thought of doing this while doing this. Like I said at the beginning of this podcast, this is going to be awkward and it's going to take a while to find its feet. Like I listened to the Arnie Donna podcast from the start in 2020 or 2019. No, it was 2021. And I listened to it and it's so shit at the start, but it's so good. And it just has developed so much. It's amazing. And growing up listening to Hamish and Andy and still just loving what they do, and Mish and Zach, and now the footy with Broden Callie, like all these things that are funny, are about art, and are kind of awkward and janky, but there's a space for them. There's an audience that want that. And I feel that if I want to make this, there'll be an audience for it somewhere. I just know that that's the way things work. But I'm never going to find my community if I don't just start. If I don't just let it be awkward and weird and clunky and then figure it out, you know? The more I think about doing it and try and plan this perfect first episode or this perfect idea, I just never do anything. And then what's the point? So thank you so much for being here. Let me know when you're watching this for the first time, because that will be cool to know. That's all, really. It will be cool to know. Let me know when you're listening to this for the first time. You can get in touch with me on Instagram, Fledge Records, or Nath_13. That's NVTH_13. Yeah, Nagomi and I, Imogen and I, run Fledge together, and with the help of other people as well. It's not just us two. And yeah, just watch this space, okay? And be in it. That's really it. I don't think there's anything else I can add for this episode. How do I seem after my run compared to before? Now that I've checked off the to-do list, do I seem more relaxed than I did earlier today? No. You be the judge. I'm going to leave it there. Bang, the timer just came up. How to say goodbye. On my YouTube channel, I do a thing, but I think I want to do a separate thing. I want to leave that for that. But how will I wrap up the Fledge Cast? Any ideas? Oh, actually, I'm going to steal that from Danny Gonzalez. So, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure. Tune in next week to find out where I got my socks. See ya.